Let me say, I really appreciate all of your guys' comments and the emails that I've gotten and a lot of the statements you guys have said. They have turned out to really help me reevaluate how I would do something like this rock shop if I am going to do something like it. And they've given me a little bit of a more realistic perspective because, like Chuck told me in an email he sent me, there's no possible way for me to make my idea work completely by myself. It's just not going to happen. And then at the same time, when I was researching getting the workers' comp insurance and the insurance on the building itself and on the business, I had originally talked to the insurance salespeople as if I was going to do a sole proprietorship. That sun's blasting from behind. Now, after doing a little bit of research, I find out that's a horrible idea. Doing a sole proprietorship leaves me open to all kinds of issues and problems that I don't want and I shouldn't have, and to having to deal with things on a level that it'd be better to deal with them in a different level. So I wanted to have a video out yesterday on Christmas. I wanted to be recording a video, but that didn't go the way I wanted it to, but I'm completely and totally fine with that. One of the reasons I'm fine with that is because I got to spend most of yesterday after 1 o'clock with my kids. We got to hang out for most of the day. We played some kickball and I took them to the movie theater, not to watch movies, but just so we could play Miss Pac-Man. That Miss Pac-Man machine, when we showed up there to play, had 90 credits on the machine. So we didn't actually have to spend anything on the Pac-Man machine, but I had already bought in tokens. So I gave those tokens out to other people that looked like they were looking for a game to play. Or one guy had his little daughter there and she looked like she's about 2 years old and she wanted to play the race car game. And in trying to play the race car game, the dad didn't have any coins, so I gave him a couple of coins so she could play the race car game with no problem. This one broke open.
I know.
I'm gonna help you pick them up real quick. This one's not broken open.
Thank you.
You have a good day, ma'am.
Have that one.
Oh, no, thank you, ma'am. So I ended up spending, a good 5-6 hours with my kids yesterday, and it was us doing our thing, and we walked for a couple of miles to go from the house we were at out to the movie theater that we were going to play the games at, and everything went pretty well. It was a really good Christmas day for me, whereas I really thought Christmas Day last week, I thought my Christmas Day was really going to suck, and instead my Christmas Day was pretty awesome. I spent the first hours in the morning walking. I walked probably about 7 miles. I enjoy going out for long walks. I enjoy the activity, and I need to get in better shape. I did some hanging and found a place where I can get some pull-ups in because my back's been messing with me, and pull-ups will help the back. So I worked on a bunch of that, and now I'm about to get near a bunch of loud traffic, so I'm gonna turn you off until I get on a road where there's not a bunch of loud traffic. 19 offices and storefronts, several locations. Now the problem with that whole thing is look at the place. One, it has the place that I would be in competition with if I were to open up here, which is Stone Soup, right? So that's one of the issues. The other issue is that this is probably the most inexpensive place I could find besides in that mall, and that's just guesswork on that opinion. Yet if you look at the buildings, they're not very large, number one. Number two, absolutely all of the business that comes here is more than likely because they know what they're coming to get at. It's not because of walk-in or anything like that. I was right by the highway there, and it was pretty loud. So what was I talking about? I was just talking about my day yesterday. Christmas, woohoo! So Christmas was pretty good. If you saw one of my recent videos, which I think only about 150 of you watched it, it was the AMC stubs versus Regal unlimited movie passes. So my kids live right next to an AMC 14. There's 14 theaters, and it's only like a half a mile, maybe a mile and a half, somewhere between that range, away from their house. So I decided I was going to get them a movie pass. And the cool thing about AMC is, you know, you could gift it to somebody, and you could gift it to them for 3 months. So me being me, I don't do any research. I just go ahead and get each one of them it and ask them if they'd like it, and then I order it for them on Christmas Day, and I send them the emails to go ahead and pick up the 3-month movie passes. And then as they're filling out the application, when I say application, I don't mean like work application, I mean like the app that has it on there. While they're filling out the app, my daughter ends up figuring out, or one of my sons ends up figuring out, you have to be 16 years old to use the damn thing. Now this pisses me off. And the way that the Regal app works is the Regal app takes a picture of your face, and so your card is inside of the app, and all you have to do is show the people, and they can scan it, and it has your face, and obviously that's you that's using it. Well, apparently AMC doesn't have that ability, and they require that you have an ID card that has your picture on it, and then 2, that everybody be 16 years old or older that uses it. And that's some BS, man, straight bullshit. You want to talk about pissing me off? Like, how are you going to exclude such a great demographic? And even worse than that, let this car go by. And even worse than that, how can you make it to, or how can there be the false advertising where whenever I open up the app or whenever I go to their website, it says, buy this gift for everybody on your gift list. Give this to everybody on your gift list. Do these freaking corporate assholes not know that most people's gift list includes children? I mean, the majority of people buying gifts are buying gifts for children. I believe that has to be accurate, that once you get to be at an old enough age, most of your friends don't buy you Christmas gifts. Like, it's just, yeah, it happens at your place of work, and yeah, it happens at school, and people do Secret Santa, but the majority of people buying gifts are buying gifts for kids and teenagers. So how are you going to exclude everybody that's 16 and below from being able to use this? Oh my God, it made me mad. And I'd already purchased them, and I'd already sent them to each one of the kids. So I told the kids that just go ahead and put in the 2003 birth year, even though you were born after that. Like, just go ahead and put in the 2003, and we'll get you a state ID, because here in Florida, anybody over the age of 5 can go in and get an ID card. It's a thing that they do in Florida. And then there are some other areas, or there's some other websites online that you can get an ID card. It's not going to be a state ID card, but you can order an ID card for your kid. And I even found when I was researching this that there's the ability to, there's a national registry and a national ID card that takes your thumbprints and stuff like that too. And this whole thing is about trying to recognize kids that are kidnapped and stuff like that quicker and better, or at least that's what the website was dedicated to. So that whole AMC thing really got me upset. It really upset me, and I didn't want to ask for a refund yet, because my kids really wanted that gift. They thought it was an awesome gift. They thought being able to go to 3 movies a week was going to be great, like I thought it was going to be great for them. Instead, we're all mad at AMC. And so I have my wife, hopefully, taking my kids to the DMV, or the tax collector's office is what it is here in Florida, to get them a state ID card. And I'm hoping that just with the state ID card and the app, that they're not going to care if you're 16 years old. Now, one of the other things that sort of upsets me about it is, that it also made it sound like even after the 3 months is up, that these stubs, that the AMC is going to try and charge the person that signs up for it longer than that 3 months, because we had to have a credit card that we put into each one of their stubs accounts, which that makes no sense. It's totally uncool to purchase something for somebody as a gift that only lasts for 3 months that then is going to recurringly charge them even though they didn't sign up for it. That is really, really uncool. So I'm really upset at AMC with this whole debacle and scenario right now. And I'm totally on the side of Regal because at least they're transparent. At least you know that to get into this thing, no matter what, you're gonna have to pay for it for a year. But then with AMC, they're playing shenanigan bullshit games that at this point really upset me. Once again, our plan is to go ahead and get the kids an ID card and see if we can get it to where they're able to use their passes and they're able to go to the movies 3 times a week if they want to, and that having an ID card, regardless of their age, will make it to where they can use it. Now, if it's not, then I am going to raise hell, which is not gonna matter. I mean, I'm gonna call the customer service line and I'm gonna complain and I'm gonna demand that they change it, or they're probably just gonna offer a refund at some point, but it's still bullshit, it's bad marketing, it's bad sales, and why would you cut off one of the biggest demographics that would like to use this, and that is school-age kids, teenagers. Kids and teenagers. That's just dumb. Whoever set this up, AMC, that guy's an idiot. You should fire him and steal the guy from Regal that decided to do the face recognition or the face shot. I'll take a screenshot of my thing so you can see what I'm talking about with the Regal card. Because this whole AMC card thing, it's bullshit. It pisses me off. I was not wanting to rant about AMC and the drama that I had going on with that, but it sort of just fell into it with the way I started the video. Initially, what I was gonna have this video be about is the job hunt as opposed to trying to get the rock shop off the ground. Yet, a lot of times, my plans don't turn out the way I planned them, and sometimes that's even with my own mouth. I planned on talking about the way I'd felt with the job hunt, and I did talk more about that, but that's another 10 or 15 minute conversation that I had with the camera while I was walking down the street. And I decided that since the AMC rant and conversing with you guys about what happened on my Christmas took up about 10 or 11 minutes, that I just go ahead and cut the video right there, post that video up today, and I will post the rest of the video up tomorrow. That way I have some more content to share with you guys, because if there's anything I've learned about YouTube is that consistency is the key. Consistency can even be a bigger deal than staying in my demographics lane. Now, I know you guys love stuff about gems and minerals and rocks, yet when my day is taken up by other things, I don't have the time to do research and shoot a fresh video or steal pictures and videos off of online to create a video out of that. I do have some stuff in my mind, and I am going to be bringing you that stuff as much as I can, yet I have a lot of stuff going on in my life right now, and you've been hearing this for a long time. And I'm just going to keep posting videos that seem somewhat interesting, hopefully, as much as I can. Videos about myriad things, and you guys have heard this before too. So I hope you had a great Christmas, because AMC really tried to ruin mine, but I took my kids to the Regal Theater that's near the house that I'm staying at, and we played Mrs. Pac-Man for a few hours, and our Christmas turned out to be really good. Now, my Christmas presents might end up being sort of crappy because of what AMC's doing, yet if they don't change what they're doing, it's really sort of stupid, and it definitely has a taste of false advertising to me, because they told me to buy it for everybody on my list, and my list consisted of 3 people. It should have been 4, but this year it was 3. So I love you for watching. I'll post up another video tomorrow. I'll edit it tonight so it can be first thing in the morning, and then depending on how my day goes tomorrow's not a day that we're feeding the homeless. I should be able to do some other video to either post tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, or maybe in the morning the next day after that. Once again, I love you for watching. Thank you so much for caring about me enough that you would actually watch this video to this point. And I'll see you soon. Really soon.